Hey guys, welcome to Outlaw Edge Blade Works. So I have some books that I wanted to show you real quick out of my library. I was digging around. We were trying to clean up the library earlier today so we can get to some of the stuff we had, all of our kayaks and stuff sitting in the library, and you just couldn't get in there. And The Last American Man. This is a great book. It's about Eustace Conway, and there's a show on called Mountain Man, and it's about him. And this is just a great book. And if you get a chance to check this book out, he lives kind of the hippie life, but at the same time he's the mountain man life. So he's kind of got two different roles going on. But the guy is just phenomenal. Everything he does, no electricity, no running water, no nothing. I mean, he has an outside toilet. The guy builds his own cabin and everything else. I mean, this is a really interesting book. If you get a chance to check it out, highly recommended. I love this book. And then True Crime Stories from Alaska, Murder at 40 Below. This is another book that's really good. There's some kind of cheesy stuff in here, but at the same time, there's some really good stuff if you get a chance to check it out. And the author is Tom Brennan. Tom Brennan, you can see it right here. And that's Murder at 40 Below. Really good stories in here, a whole bunch of them. And they're just little short stories, but these are the kind of reads I like right here. Excuse me. One of my favorite books, The Treehouse Diaries by Nick Weston. And this kid for like, I believe it was 7 months, lived in a treehouse that he built by hand, and he skinned squirrels and fish and whatever. He lived out in the boonies and fed himself, made a garden, set himself up with an outside toilet, and made an oven, and just everything he does is awesome. And I believe it's in England, if I remember correctly. And he told his girlfriend he was going to, go out and do this, and she's like, yeah, whatever. And he ended up doing it anyways, which I thought was awesome. And it's a long book, but there's just tons of stuff, colorful pictures in here of all the stuff that he shows that he does. And this is another one that's highly recommended. It's a really good book. I mean, I read right through it in like one night. I mean, this is a super good book if you get a chance to pick it up. And it's Nick Weston is the author. Here's the author right here. Treehouse Diaries. A lot of you probably know I'm a D.B. Cooper fan, and I don't know if I've showed this book before, but I've seen it in my library. I had to show you real quick. D.B. Cooper, Dead or Alive. This is another book of D.B. Cooper's that I really enjoyed reading. I have like 7 or 8 of the books talking about D.B. Cooper, and he's the one that that gave the note to the stewardess on the plane, and then took $200,000 or whatever it was and jumped out of the plane, and they over Oregon or Washington area, and was never found again. But this is a really good book, and this one is by Richard T. Tosaw. Right here, Richard T. Tosaw. If you get a chance to read this book, highly recommended. A lot of good stuff in here. A lot of stuff in this book that I never heard before. A book that I thought was really funny, and I thought he was kind of the underdog, so I rooted for this kid because he's kind of a bad guy. The True Story of the Barefoot Bandit. It's called Fly, Colton Fly. And Jackson Holtz, right here. The author is Jackson Holtz. And this is about a kid that steals an airplane and flies to an island and crashes the plane, and he gets caught a couple times and gets away, and he's always barefooted. And I mean, just it's hilarious, some of the stuff that goes. The cops in this are idiots. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but some of the stuff that this kid gets away with is just blows me away. Really funny in some parts, and then some parts are like, make you go like, wow, that's kind of crazy. I don't know how this kid lived through half the stuff that he made it through. But a really good book, highly recommended. And a while back I talked about Dick Preneggy. He was the one that lived in Alaska and built a cabin, and you can see his cabin right here in the picture. And he had a book, and then this is the journals. This is his actual journals, day by day, of everything he went through, being attacked by moose and bear and living out in the woods, and talking about when the squirrels took off with his toilet paper and just everything that he's gone through. And this is a really, really good book, and it's real big. I mean, it takes you a long time to read it. It's a real thick book. And if you get a chance to pick this up, this is a have-to read right here. 5-star book, thumbs up. And it's John Branson, I believe, is the one that helped him write it and edited it. And it's Dick Preneggy, I guess after he passed away, they ended up coming out with this book or whatever. But Dick Preneggy was an amazing guy that lived in Alaska. The guy was phenomenal. True mountain man right there as far as I'm concerned. If you guys get a chance though, check out these books, and then I'll do some more book reviews real soon. I finally got my library back where I can move around in it and grab some more books and stuff. Just been super busy with all the hiking trips, and you know, we're trying to get ready for a kayak trip and stuff like that. It should be pretty fun. But I'll film some of that stuff for you guys too. Anyways, thanks a lot for joining me tonight. Later.